Welcome, everyone. Today, we're going to dive into something really profound, a question that comes from the teachings of Acharya Prashant. And it's all about the single most important investment you'll ever make, the one you make in yourself. We're talking about focusing on what makes you grow, not just what makes you glow.
This quote right here, it gets straight to the point. I mean, think about it. We track our stocks, we watch our careers like hawks, right? But how often do we actually, truly audit the investment we're making in our own being, our own consciousness? Well, that's exactly what we're going to unpack together.
So that leads to a very practical question, doesn't it? We hear this phrase, invest in yourself, all the time, but what does that really mean? Is there a number? How much time, how much energy, how much money is the right amount to spend on you?
And the answer that these teachings offer is, well, it's pretty radical. It's not about an amount at all. See, the real measure of the investment is its purpose. Are you spending to genuinely grow? To pull the highest value out of yourself, for yourself? Or are you spending just for show, for what other people think? That little difference, that's everything.
To make this idea stick, to make it truly unforgettable, Acharya Prashant tells this simple but incredibly powerful story. Let's call it the parable of the car. It's a tale of two very different kinds of investments.
All right, let's set the scene. I want you to picture your life as a car. This car is your vehicle for moving through the world, for getting to a destination that actually matters to you. Now, for this car to go anywhere, there are certain things you just have to invest in, right? You need fuel on the tank, you need regular servicing to make sure the engine is running smoothly, and you need proper alignment so you can actually stay on the road.
And here's the key. This kind of spending isn't a luxury. It's not some fancy add-on. This is the basic fundamental requirement for movement itself. Without it, your journey is over before it's even begun. And this is where the story takes a sharp turn. Because there is a second, much more seductive, much more tempting way to spend your resources on this car of yours.
So instead of buying fuel, you might spend a fortune on a dashboard that's covered in jewels. Wow. It sparkles, it impresses everyone who looks at it, but it gives you zero power. Instead of getting the engine serviced, you install diamond-studded headlights. They glitter in the dark, they catch everybody's eye, but they don't help you see the road ahead any better.
And for the grand finale, instead of making sure you have good, solid tires to grip the road, you go all out on solid platinum door handles. This is the absolute peak of choosing appearance over substance. So now the car looks breathtaking. It's a work of art. But in this frantic quest for external beauty, a fatal mistake has been made. And this one line from the story, it's just shocking. To afford the platinum knobs, the owner sold the tires. Just let that sink in for a second. He traded the very ability to move for a decoration. And this paints the final picture so clearly. You are left with a car that looks royal, absolutely magnificent, fit for a king. But it is completely, utterly stuck. It can't go anywhere. It has sacrificed its entire purpose for a pretty facade. And here's the twist that brings it all home. Acharya Prashant tells us, with chilling clarity, that this isn't just some story about a car. For so many of us, this is the story of our lives. You see, this parable just perfectly exposes the core conflict we all deal with, whether we know it or not. That constant, daily choice between investing in our essence or investing in our appearance. So let's break it down, side by side. On one side, you've got essence. That's the engine, the real in our work, the fuel and servicing, the stuff that creates actual movement. And on the other side, you've got appearance, the shiny shell, the platinum and diamonds, the shiny nonsense that's purely for show. And the great danger, the trap that this teaching warns us about, is that we can spend our entire lives just polishing the shell. We make sure our external life glows for everyone to see, while the engine inside, our consciousness, our spirit, our actual core, is totally neglected and just left to rust. So, this brings all of this incredible wisdom right back to you, to your life, right here and right now. The whole point is to become an auditor of your own life. I want you to think about your most valuable assets. And I'm not talking about money, I'm talking about your time, your focus, your energy. Every single day, you are spending them on something. So the first question you've got to ask yourself is this: Where is it all going? Are you investing in movement? Are you buying fuel for the journey ahead? Or are you investing in decoration, just buying more platinum knobs for a car that's stuck in the driveway?
And all of that brings us to this final, piercing question that this teaching leaves us with. A question to ask yourself with total, brutal honesty. When you look at your life, your choices, and your priorities, are you actually growing or are you just glowing?